Welcome back to part two of culture, and we are going on. And we were saying we were talking about the the pansexual. You can have a lesbian pansexual, whereby she has sex with different sexual orientations. So that is the omnisexuality. That's a philosophical concept that we formulated. I say it is me, Rex Arthur. And so there are very many philosophical notions the LGBTQ philosophers come up with. And that's what you need to understand. That is a fact that shows us that the LGBTQ persons have a culture. Secondly, you have literature, both written and oral. Now, oral literature is seen in movies. We have LGBTQ movies. We have, like what happened in Africa, you had The Wound, you had Rafiki, and also you had The Moonlight. Moonlight, very good movie. That is makes LGBTQ literature, oral literature, and then you have written literature, novels written by LGBTQ persons and stories about LGBTQ persons, all written for the LGBT community. So that forms our literature, and it's just like Africa. Every African society had its oral literature. There are stories, and oral literature can be written down. Yes, so what am I trying to tell you? The LGBTQ community has a culture. It has literature, it has philosophy, it has mythology, it has science. Yes, LGBTQ science. It is the understanding and the knowledge of what LGBTQ identity is. It is scientific. Just like the Zulu have their science, the Russians have their science. So that's what you need to understand about our lifestyle as LGBTQ persons. We have our science. Our science is we enjoy gay life. We enjoy socializing. We enjoy gay porn. We enjoy gay music. Yes. And then when you study the science, LGBTQ science, body science, hormones, some men are feminine because their hormones are very estrogenic rather than testosteronic, and some women are very masculine because they have a lot of testosterone. So that's what you understand about culture, and that's all I wanted to show you, that we have LGBTQ persons have a culture. Now, I want us to finish this issue of culture with the source of the word. The term culture is based on a term used by ancient Roman orator Cicero in Tusculania Dispositiones, where he wrote of the cultivation of the soul, cultura animi, and it comes from Latin colere, to inhabit, care for, or till worship, and cultus. So know that it is a culture, and a cult, it also comes from that word culture. So that's the understanding we should have about any culture in the world. It's just to care. It's like farming. So you have a farm, and your belief system or your culture is like the garden, and you care for it, and you till, and you dig, and you inhabit that place. So all cultures in the world are cults, especially if they are religious. There are some cults which are not religious, and that means there are some cultures which are irreligious. Then there are some cultures or cults which are multi-religious. Good, so we have finished that, and it was just a simple video, but this first one had to cut off because the screen went off. So we have done part two, and that is good for you to add for you in the nomenclature. Thank you for joining us.